Hi and welcome to Rawking Power. Today we're going to talk about weight loss. How can you lose weight and keep it off? How can you create lasting change? Here are your 3 steps to weight loss success. Step 1, before we want to become something different, we have to feel it. And it's the most effective way of getting there. So before you become successful in any field, you have to feel it. So imagine, what would it feel like to have a flat stomach? Imagine what would it feel like to feel really comfortable inside your body. What would it feel like to have the body of your dreams, to be healthy? What would it feel like? And really go there and dive deep into that feeling and feel it on the deepest possible level. Feel it and feel it and feel it. And do it as often as you can. You can even write down everything you feel. Write down your new reality. I feel so happy and grateful. I feel so healthy and so comfortable inside my body. I'm really fit. I love moving around. I love running or dancing or whatever your dream is. I love moving my body, but always write it in present tense and feel it, because before you want to become something, you have to be it. So be and then come, and then it will come. That's a big secret not so many people know about, but it's a very effective way of achieving anything you want. The secret is in not just doing it once and saying, okay, I've done step 1. No, it's about doing it in the mornings, during the day, in the evening. So I would suggest to write it down, your new reality. What does your ideal day look like? How you feel inside your body? Who do you see? What do you see? And so on. Like, really go deep on that one and feel it. Feel that feeling. Remember to reread it every day, at least once during the day, and at least twice during the day. Close your eyes and imagine, feel that feeling. Imagine that new reality and feel it, and imagine that it's already there, and jump in and embrace it. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful process also. It's totally effortless. It feels good. The best times to feel it are in the mornings and in the evenings. In the mornings, right after you wake up, feel that feeling of total inner freedom, feeling comfortable inside your body, feeling healthy and beautiful. And right before you go to bed, you're lying in bed already, relaxed, ready to go off to sleep, and you imagine, yeah, this is me. This is me, baby. I can feel it. So you do that every day. That's a step 1, which you keep repeating on a daily basis after you wrote down your perfect day. And now we come to step 2, which is also a lot of fun. This is step number 2. Loads of juicy fruit. If you surround yourself with loads of fresh, juicy fruit and eat it, obviously, oh my goodness, weight loss becomes so effortless. It's so fun. It's beautiful. You can't keep it to yourself. You want to share it with everyone, and suddenly you can't understand how you've been struggling so many years with weight loss. How is it possible to struggle with something that is so easy? It's much easier to release weight than to gain weight. But because of our upside down perspective, we turned around absolutely everything and we started struggling. We're going up the hill and we're struggling instead of going down a hill. It's easy to let go, and it's much harder to hold on to something because we went through a lot of trauma in our childhood. We hold on to it and we try to forget about it by shoving more food into our mouth. All those food addictions and struggles, I've been there for years, been struggling for years, and I thought I will never be able to let go of all that pain. But to my amazement, it was much easier to let go of pain. It was much easier to be happy than not to be happy. Happiness is our natural state of mind. Believe it or not, I know it's very hard to grasp it because we are so lost in our belief system. Our belief system is all over the place. We forgot what it's like to feel happy with no reason. Have you ever experienced that? The shortest way to weight loss would be to go on a watermelon island. So what is a watermelon island? Is when you eat watermelons and nothing but watermelons for, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and don't worry about deficiencies. It takes a very, very long time to get any deficiency. I've done this. I've been on a watermelon island for months, for 1 or 2 months. It was so fun. It's also easy. You just go and buy one kind of food, just watermelons. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to prepare anything. It's already there for you to enjoy. This is one way of doing it. Or you could go on melon island, which means you eat watermelons and you can eat any other melons, honeydew or sugar melons, any kind of melons. Make sure to eat watermelons first because they go through really fast. Make sure not to mix watermelons with anything else. It's highly important because a lot of people struggle with watermelon belly. Watermelon belly is when you eat watermelon and then you have a sore tummy. It happens very often, especially when people mix watermelon with some other fruit, or when they eat watermelon during the day after they already had some different kinds of food, or even worse, if you have watermelon after having your dinner or your salad or your lunch or whatever. The watermelon will sit on top of your food and it will rot because it can't get through. So watermelon goes through really fast. Then come other melons, sugar melons and honeydew and so on. Make sure to never ever mix watermelon with anything else. Always wait for at least 20 minutes or half an hour before you eat anything else. And then you can have other melons. And also don't mix melons with anything else either. I haven't met anyone who managed to eat watermelon after dinner and not to suffer. There is even a story about some kind of Roman emperor who ate a huge dinner and then watermelon and then he died. If you do just a watermelon island, nothing could go wrong. If you want to do a melon island, you just eat watermelons and you eat some honey melons and other melons, and you always make sure to eat watermelon on empty stomach. It's the first meal of the day and then everything else. If you don't feel like doing watermelon island or melon island, it doesn't matter. You can just eat fruit. Pick any type of fruit and eat it. And enjoy it and eat as much of it as you like. The most fun part of it is that you cannot overeat on fruit. You cannot eat too much fruit because your body tells you to stop. When you're full, you don't want to eat anymore. And that's the beautiful part of the Rawking lifestyle. When you're full, you don't want to eat anymore. We don't bypass that moment of fullness. We stop. The food is not addictive. This is step number 2, fresh and juicy fruit. Make sure it's organic, make sure it's juicy, and then weight loss becomes so effortless. It's unbelievable. Step number 3, which is also extremely important, which I kept ignoring for years and then wondering why I'm not doing very well. Find role models. Find people who are doing the same thing. They're successful in what they do and learn their material. Watch their videos, read their books, immerse in their programs, hire them, or simply hang out with them. Find like-minded people. That is so important because we're surrounded with so many different people and our mind wanders off, it looks around and finds all kinds of different examples, and then at some point we'll say, oh, come on, he does that too, I'm going to eat pizza as well. Come on, nothing happened to him. He ate that pizza and he didn't die. Of course he didn't die, but you want their results. Find people whose results you love. Start following them, start interacting with them, and start learning from them. That is highly, highly important. If you cannot find any like-minded people, find them online. Step 1, before you want to become someone, be it. Feel that feeling, feel what it would be like to have a life of your dreams, feeling comfortable inside your body, feeling healthy, having that flat stomach and having loads of energy every day, and you enjoy every second of your life, every moment. Step number 2, loads of juicy fruit. If you want a shortcut to a watermelon island, I did it for, I think the longest one was 3 months. And if you don't feel comfortable on a watermelon island, you can do melon island, which means watermelons and other melons. And if you don't want that, then just eat fruit. Make sure to eat juicy fruit first. If you plan to eat bananas, eat the nectarines and the peaches and the oranges first and then eat the bananas. Because juicy fruit goes through really fast, and if you eat the bananas first, they don't get digested as fast. They also get digested pretty fast, but not as fast as the oranges. And oranges will just sit on top of that food and rot. And you won't feel comfortable. In order to avoid watermelon belly, you have to eat watermelon always on an empty stomach, always as a monomeal. And monomeal means you eat one kind of fruit until you're satisfied. And step number 3, which I totally ignored and suffered from that. I'm sharing it with you now because I don't want you to suffer. I want you to learn from my mistakes. Step number 3 is to find lots of like-minded people and surround yourself with them. Surround yourself with their material, with their YouTube videos, with their books. Hang out with them, and if you cannot find them in real life, just find them online. You can send them an email, you can contact them, you can hire them, you can work with them, you can talk to them, you can learn so much from them. So like-minded people are highly important because we're social creatures. We love people, right? People love people. Our motivation will never disappear. When we feel a feeling, when we walk our talk by eating fresh, juicy fruit, and we surround ourselves with like-minded people, learn from them and keep learning from them, and never ever stop learning. Never think you've learned it all. I went raw vegan in 2003 and I still keep learning. I still discover new kinds of fruit, believe it or not. I remember going through a lot of pain and suffering on my weight loss journey, and I struggled with food addictions big time, and I didn't know how to get out of that dark hole. And I also remember wishing so much to have a great coach who would just guide me through this process, who would guide me and show me the way step by step of how to get out of this self-destructive behavior, because food addictions are very self-destructive and it's very hard if you don't have someone who can help you get out of that. But the good news is it's possible. If you would like me to help you, I would be happy to do that. Let's hop on a free Zoom call. All the links are down below. And if you feel that you're ready to start your successful weight loss journey with me, then you can book my program, which will show you like step by step a very clear and clean process of getting out of where you are right now, and it will show you the shortcut to where you want to be. Let's get started today, and remember to keep going no matter what. Remember to keep learning no matter what, because you deserve the best.